Hello, that is the Shadow Ranger. I got a question sent to me from SVB5942. He says, which wrestlers would you like to see back in WWE or TNA that used to work there or retired, assuming that the person was still in his or her prime? Alright. I put together a short list. TNA list is actually very short. I really can only think of 3 people that I really want to come back. A lot of the people that have left TNA over the past couple of years were people that I didn't really miss. Some X Division guys left. I really don't care that Amazing Red's gone. I don't really care that Jay Lethal's gone. Not a whole lot of people I really, really missed. I got 3. There may be somebody I'm forgetting. If so, I'll come back and add to it or something. But for the moment, I got 3. Monty Brown, Taylor Wilde, and Awesome Kong. I don't want to see her in Awesome Kong in WWE wrestling divas. I want her back in TNA kicking butt like she was meant to be. No diva on that roster is believable to be able to beat her. And I was excited that we might get a possibly rekindle the Gail Kim Awesome Kong feud, but that's not happening. I mean, with Kong out pregnant, and by the time she comes back, I think Gail Kim's quitting, but she's basically has to sit at home until her contract's over. I think by the time Kong comes back, Gail will be gone, so that's not happening. I expect Gail Kim will return to TNA, and that's where I want to see Awesome Kong too. Taylor Wilde was always my favorite knockout. She had everything I wanted to see in a knockout. She was great in the ring, gorgeous to look at. I thought she was fantastic. I thought she should have got to do more than she did. I once booked a 7-month title reign for her. I did that last year. Toward the end of 2010, I came up with it, and I, would just like to see her back. She was by far my favorite knockout of all the knockouts that they've had, actually. I mean, I even like seeing her there more than Daphne, and Daphne is like my favorite woman ever in wrestling. But in TNA, I like seeing Taylor Wilde more, and I wanted them to do more matches together. I really loved the matches they had with each other. They had the Monsters Ball and the match of 10,000 tacks, and I love those matches. And I was always a big fan of Alpha Male Monty Brown when I first started watching TNA back in '04. He was one of my favorite guys. He was one of the guys I really wanted to see. He was the guy I really wanted to see beat Jeff Jarrett for the world title back in like '04, '05, those years. I haven't heard much about Monty Brown in a long time, but if he still wrestling, wants to come back, I'd love to see him come back. As for WWE, for the most part, I said this before, I'll say it again, I want to see some beasts back in wrestling. I like to see DDP come back and the Macho Man, but outside of those two, pretty much just beasts. I love to see Andre the Giant back. I mean, some of these guys have passed away, but if we're just talking about guys that are still just retired, but if I could bring back anybody, I'd bring back Andre the Giant. I would bring back Ahmed Johnson, was a guy I really liked when I was a kid. Psycho Sid, Vader, Bam Bam Bigelow, who's also passed away, but guys like that, King Kong Bundy, Earthquake and Typhoon and natural disasters. I want to see some monsters back, man, because the rest of the day just look too wimpy. I would love to see Vader just kick the crap out of Dolph Ziggler just once. Give him a Vader salt from the top rope, hit that Vader moonsault, or give him just big Vader power bomb and just finish him up. That would be fantastic. I would love to see that. I would love to see Earthquake just squash John Cena. Just give him the big Earthquake squash. He does the jump around the ring and just splash down on him. Oh, by the way, Yokozuna, that's another guy I'd love to see come back if I could, but again, unfortunately, he's another one who's passed away. I want to see some of the old school most of the guys I want to be. I love DDP was one of my favorite guys from WCW, and I also was a fan of Macho Man. But outside of those two, I just want to see some of the beasts come back, man. Bam Bam, Vader, Sid, Andre, King Kong Bundy, you know, Earthquake and Typhoon, guys like that. That's who I want to see come back. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's just gonna leave this video short. I don't have a promo ready to add to this video, so I'll just end it here. So SVV5942, thank you for sending the question. That was a very nice topic. Anyone else have questions you want me to answer in the video? Go ahead and send them in. That being said, find some new beasts for wrestling. This is the Shadow Ranger. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.